Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are going to be starting a little side project that I'm going to be calling... Actually, I have no idea what I'm going to call it yet. Let me know in the comments what you want me to call it. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge myself to build houses because I suck at building. I am not very good, and it never turns out right, but I'm going to try my best. And I'm going to try to give you guys some tips that I have picked up over my years of playing Sims. So hopefully it's a little bit educational, but mostly we're just going to be hanging out. So we're going to go ahead and start the speed build. To be honest, I'm trying to remember exactly where I built this. And I believe it's in Oasis Spring, so it's in the desert. I just can't remember exactly what lot. It says up there, Dusty something or other. So, yeah, okay, we kind of started off a little bit rough there with the housing. I knew that I wanted, like, this cool bump-out entrance kind of thing, because I just really like that shape, and I think it adds some interest to what would otherwise be just a rectangular building. So you can see I'm kind of fiddling with the roof right now. I'm trying to make it work. I ended up raising the roof up a little bit higher to make it look like it matched more with that, but then I thought, oh, that looks really weird with the roof being so big with nothing breaking it up, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna add some dormers. And I don't really build with dormers very much, and you will quickly find out why, because I am not very good at it. But I tried my best, so I tried to put dormers, and I was just gonna put them in the front, but then I realized they looked really weird in the back, so I just decided to add them in the back as well. I am trying to figure out, I need to look at the hotkeys because I don't know what the hotkey is for delete or undo or copy or any of that, and I really think that I would be a lot faster building if I just knew those things. It would be a lot faster, but that's okay. You know, we're trying our best. So as you can see, I'm adding the roof trim. I decided to add it on like the insides of the roof too because I felt like it helped break up that space. I like the way that the triangles looked. Yeah, I like this roof selection a lot. You'll see that I don't I'm not very finicky when it comes to building sometimes. Like, I'll just kind of like try stuff and I'll change it a couple times, but it's not like I'm going to spend 30 minutes deciding on one thing. In Create a Sim, however, I can spend hours doing that, and I will spend hours doing that. So as you can see, we're just kind of continuing on. I'm deciding on windows right now, and then you'll see me later realize that, oh yeah, I wanted to put the front door there. So I don't know if I'm like in love with how these windows look with the build. I just like wanted big windows. Like, I really wanted this to feel open. Like, it's in the desert, so I wanted it to feel very open. You can see me realizing that I need to put a front door there. And I'm just searching through. See, I search a lot because I'm not super familiar with like all of the packs that I have, especially because I got some recently. Like, I got Snowy Escape like just like a little bit ago when Sims was having that big sale, so it's kind of new to me. So I'm still trying things out, and I have a fair amount of packs at this point. I've slowly but surely been adding to my repertoire. So I'm not super familiar with all of them. I love these windows. Just the openness of them. I love the idea. I don't know if you would really want that in the desert because an AC would not work very well, but like, let's just pretend that like there's a really nice breeze going on. You know, what if there was just a nice breeze that kept everything cool? And you'll see that the windows look kind of weird on the inside, and I should have changed the upper ones to be those different ones because you can kind of see into the inside of the upper, because you'll notice I didn't add a floor up there. It's literally just open because I didn't want to deal with having to make a floor plan of 2 stories. Like, I just didn't know like what it was going to be up here. You'll see me trying to figure out how to move the house here. I figured it out eventually. I wanted to scoot it up to have more room for the backyard and to have less like space in the middle. You can see I'm adjusting these a little bit. They're not quite even. You'll see on the other side, I make them not quite even, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? So what I do is I grab some pillars and I make a little overhang kind of thing on the outside of this. And it doesn't perfectly hide it, but it kind of helps to like distract you from the fact that it's not even. And you'll see I'll scooch it over in a second and you'll kind of see what I was going for, because you can kind of, it's a lot harder to tell that those spaces aren't even when you have that roof there. At least I think so. I think it hides my mistakes a little bit better. I'm just lighting it up a little bit. I'm working on floor plan. As you can see, I don't really place the floors. I just kind of like in my brain, I'm just like envisioning that. I put the half wall there because I envisioned like an open kitchen kind of area. That's going to be the bathroom. I made it a little wider because there's going to be 3 bedrooms, so I wanted it to be a fairly large bathroom. So I made it a little bit longer. And then I was trying to decide on doors, and I think I ended up with the doors. Yes, these doors from Get Famous, which I also just got recently. I don't know. I just like the vibe of the pattern on them. I thought it reminded me of kind of like, you'll see where I'm kind of going for like an island kind of theme, but not quite. Like island desert theme. Lots of light wood, except in one room, which you'll see and you'll probably hate me for. And you can bash on me a little bit in the comments. I kind of deserve it. We're looking for constructive feedback, right? Because I'm just getting started on building seriously for content, and I'm not very good at it yet. But I found that triangle wallpaper, and I just love that triangle wallpaper, and I knew I wanted to use it so bad. So I used it in one of the rooms instead of using it in the whole living space, which would have been a little crazy, even for me. Here I'm trying with tile, seeing what tile works. None of the new tile from the For Rent pack really worked, which bummed me out because I love that tile so much. It's so pretty. But none of it really worked. That one kind of worked. It's not quite the right color, but it's close enough. You know, I kind of called it good. And you can see here we're moving over to this room, and I decided to go, I don't know why it went white. That was a lot. And then I had the idea to put ceramic tile, or is it, I forget if it's ceramic or stone tile. I think it might be ceramic tile. Yes, in the rest of the room, because I thought that really added to like the whole like desert theme and whatnot, and I really liked that. So you can see I'm starting to work on the kitchen. I hate the way that clips so bad. It bothers me so much, but I don't think I fixed it. I think I just left it, and you'll see that a lot with my builds. If you continue watching my videos, you'll see that I just kind of give up at a certain point. Like there are things like, not to be like little Simsy, but in a video not that long ago, she decided to go with a whole different bathroom setup because the toilet paper didn't quite match, and I thought that was freaking hilarious and so different from how I build, because I'm really like, screw it, whatever, it's close enough. Like I'm very much like that. And you can see I used the stove, the top and the oven that are separate, because I never use those from I can't even remember what the pack is called, or what. I don't think it's a pack. I don't think it's an expansion pack. But you can see I'm trying different lights. I like these lights from Eco Lifestyle a lot. I use them in quite a few of my builds. I just really like the way that they look. They're just so pretty. If you guys don't know, I am an art student. I'm actually about to start my master's in art therapy, so I'm super excited. But that means like my aesthetic and my style is very much like how I paint, which is slapping things on and seeing how it works and adapting and like changing things. And like it can be detail orientated, and I do get like that sometimes, but for the most part it's not. Also, you can see I'm adding a splash of blue, but it bothered me so much that the blues didn't match. But like I said, I just went with it. I didn't care enough. I tried to find a different swatch on the lights, but I didn't find a good swatch. So we're just adding a bit of pops of blue. You'll see I kind of try to add them throughout the rest of the room as well. Because I think that's important, like, you know, in builds, is like trying to have a cohesive image. So if you're going to use one color, the accent color, in one part of the room, you should try to use it in a different part as well, and try to tie those spaces together, especially when you're working with like an open space. It's a little bit easier when you're doing like closed floor plans, I think, at least, because you can kind of treat each room as like its separate aesthetic. But when you're doing an open room like this, it doesn't really work like that. You kind of have to have it all together. So you'll see I try to tie it in, I think, with like a rug. I don't know if I make it blue. I do. Oh, it's not it's like kind of blue. It's like a bluish gray, which again is not exact, and that bothers me. But this is not The Sims 3. We cannot get exact color matches. This is The Sims 4. So yeah, I added this portrait. I have never even really seen this portrait before. I'd never really looked at it before, and I found that swatch, and I was like, oh, I have to have this. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. And I'm just adding some shoes. Like I said, I can be detail orientated. Look at me adding some details. Look at that. You know, we're having fun here. But yeah, I took a really long break from content creation. I'm just now coming back to it because I feel like I'm starting to get my passion back. I think before I kind of lost my passion and I tried to keep streaming and I tried to keep making videos and it just wasn't there. So I'm starting to get the passion back. So I'm like, gung ho, let's do this thing. But I physically am not really like ready to stream. I just had a double endoscopy, which means they did a colonoscopy, which means they stuck a camera up my butt and they stuck a camera down my throat to try to find what was causing all my symptoms, and they didn't find anything. So that's not great, but it means that I probably don't have anything serious or damaging. It's just kind of annoying. So is that floating? Did I? Anyway, so I'm still kind of trying to deal with like that pain and eating, and it's getting a little bit better. It's just a little bit rough, but it's fine. I'm back. I'm gonna try to start streaming in the next like month or two. My sister's having a baby soon, so like I don't really know how it's gonna work with that. Having a newborn in the house. But I'm excited to start streaming and making content again. So if you guys want to catch me on my streams, I'll link my Twitch below and you can go follow me on there. But I will also try to make more Sims and Minecraft YouTube content as well. The Minecraft content is probably going to be a lot of like stream highlights and things like that. It's probably not going to be a ton of like I'm going to play this by myself. Because I just find Minecraft, I mean, I have played it by myself in the past, and I just actually recently did like a whole world where I did like just myself, and I wasn't streaming or recording or anything, but I just find it more fun to play with other people when I'm playing Minecraft. So I will probably start up another viewer SMP soon, and then I will also probably do like it's this thing where you can like, while you're watching me, you can like your follows and your subs and your commands and all these things can like create something in the game, so it can spawn a mob or it can give me something like a randomly determined item. It's really fun. I forget exactly what the plugin is called, but it's a really interesting thing, and it's really fun. You can see I'm turning move objects back on. I turned move objects off because one, I wasn't sure if the table was gonna fit, and I'm really bad at guessing if Sims can make it through small spaces. So I trust move objects more than I trust this. And also, when you're placing windows, when you try to place windows with move objects on, the most annoying thing happens. When it like clips and it doesn't actually like place like a window. Oh my gosh, it bothers me so much. I have to go through every window and like redo it. And finally I just stopped doing move objects when I was placing windows. I was like, I don't know why it took me so long to get to that, but I was like, I cannot do this anymore. And you can see I'm kind of jumping around, but I'm doing, this is kind of like the master bedroom, so I really went with like the pastel theme. I'm not sure if the wallpaper is also from Eco Lifestyle or not. I can't remember. It might be, because it fits with the bed like really well if it's not Eco Lifestyle, so I'd be really surprised. But I kind of envision this being like, like a lesbian or bisexual couple's room. I just put one dresser because, I don't know, I normally you'd use two, but I figured there's better use for the space, so I thought some people have chairs in their room. I thought that was interesting. Probably would have been more functional if I put a desk there, but who's ever gonna really download this build and use it? Because it uses a lot of packs. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if anyone is gonna like the style except for me. Like, I like it. I like how it looks, but for the most part, there's parts of it that I'm not super happy with. But you can see I'm just placing a bookshelf. That's, that was smart. That was good. I hope they can make it through between the chair and the bed. I did not actually look to see if that could be a thing. Oh yeah, and I love placing clutter items. I don't have the clutter pack, or like the bathroom clutter pack. I don't have the basement pack. So like there's certain clutter items that I don't have that I really want, but I'm like, whatever. I'll make do with what I got, because I only buy Sims packs. Well, that's a lie. I was gonna say I only buy Sims packs when they're on. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm kind of new at this. I did not look up like the best way to like do this ahead of time at all. Also that cat was decapitated. Get it? Because in decapitated. I opened the wrong fucking thing again. Wait, no, I didn't. I just paused. Okay. So now we're moving on to the other bedrooms. I wanted this one to be kind of like a toddler room. So that's the kind of vibe I went with. I forget what color I wanted. Yeah, that one had like a little bit of purple on it, so I thought it was nice. And I love this toy chest so much. Oh, also, dollhouse. If you size it down, it still works. So instead of having a big, huge dollhouse taking up most of the space in your bedroom, you can have a nice little small one. And it works a lot better. At least I think it does. I think that's still, like, it still works. I put something over there later in the build that I'm not sure, it might break it. I don't know if you can still get to the dollhouse. I'm trying to find out decorations. I liked this bunny, but I could not find anything that matched it, and I was so frustrated. I was like, I just want more of them. Sims, why do you do this to me? So I was looking at ones. I don't remember what I ended up going with. Oh yeah, I ended up going with a picture frame because sometimes I like putting pictures of the kids in their rooms. I just think having the pictures as like babies or toddlers and as they grow up can be kind of cute. I love the little toy critter basket thing. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm just looking for some like clutter right now, but none of it really fits on the shelf. I thought like things slotted to the shelf, which they really don't. So I just did some move object kind of magic. If you guys don't know what move objects is, if you type in bb.moveobjects on, you can do a whole lot with your objects. I'm sure everyone knows this pretty much by now, but you can like move it. You can like have things overlapping. You can move things off the grid if you press Alt. It's really handy. This is like a teen's room is kind of what I figured. And I know I thought about putting the bed away from the wall so that like two people could get to it, but like when I was growing up, like when I was a teenager, I had a big bed that was like pushed all the way up against the wall. But I know in The Sims, like one of the reasons why you have that is so that you can do like messing around in the bed, which you can't do if one side is up against the wall, which is not accurate to real life. But also I went with green because green and red, and there's a little bit of green in the flowers, so yeah, I should have cluttered this room up more with like posters and stuff, but I didn't. I just kind of went with it. I think we're pretty much done with the inside, so I'm moving on to the outside now. I decided to put the same tile on the outside. I thought about putting a pool in, and then I decided, whatever. I didn't feel like these people deserved a pool. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm sure they did. I gave them a small pool. I gave them like a kiddie pool. So you know what? I'm a benevolent content creator. I give my Sims good stuff. I could not decide on the color of this table. It took me forever. But I went with black because I thought the grill was black and I thought that kind of matched. I gave some planter boxes. I tried to do some general like skill building things. Like on the inside, like I don't think I talked about it, but I put like a piano and a guitar and a easel. So like I tried to add things that like the Sims could use that would be helpful to have like skill building objects. And then I'm just doing some light landscaping. I'm so bad at landscaping. I didn't even bust out debug because debug frankly intimidates me. Debug intimidates me. So I just used the regular landscaping and I just kind of messed around. I tried to make it not clip. You know, it kind of was a mess, but you know, I think it turned out okay. It's not like terrible or anything. It's just maybe not like the best, but you know, it's okay. Oh, I think I'm putting in the pool. Yep, I'm putting in the pool. And then there's a toddler slide that I added because I love that toddler slide. It's so cute. And I thought that was really handy. I think, yeah, next I'm adding some terrain paint, which is basically like the finishing touches. So I'm messing around with that. So adding terrain paint at the base of your builds and also at, like by your landscaping just gives it a little bit more definition. It makes it look a lot less flat. So that's why I did that. I added some to the slide and everything because like realistically there would be some dirt there. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in, and the house that I built this on is called Dusty Turf. So Dusty Turf, it's $44,000, which honestly I'm like trying to figure out what everyone else. It's not bad. Like that costs $4,000. This costs $44,000. That's pretty good for a, you know, for a 3-bedroom. Yeah, 3-bedroom. So let's go ahead. We're gonna look around in build mode for a second. I'll do a little tour and then we'll get going with the rest of the video. We're almost done, guys. We almost made it. So glad that you guys are here with me. So this is the house. I like the outside. Like I said, I should have used different windows up top. I really should have, because you can see straight into the house and that kind of weirds me out. But other than that, you know, it's fine. And then, so it's just one story. I didn't want to bother with 2 stories. So first of all, when you walk in, here's a nice little front door. I got a nice little table with a stereo, kind of to break up like how open the space is. You got a little dining room over here with a sculpture on the wall, painting, a bar, because I like to said I like to put useful things in here. I got a decent kitchen with some appliances, so that's pretty nice. That we got you know, your standard raincoat, some skill building items, a piano, an easel, guitar, those kinds of things. The ones that still like look pretty much aesthetic, you know, aesthetical, without looking too weird. Like I don't want to put like a science lab in the middle of or a robot thing in the middle of a living room. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But an easel, that makes sense. So this is the hallway. We're actually gonna go into the primary suite. I kind of imagine this being like a cute little bedroom for maybe a couple women, you know. We love the LGBTQ plus representation. Nice little sitting area. Again, a desk with a computer probably would have been much more handy. So, you know, just pretend, or just if you decide to download this, just switch it out for a desk with a computer. That makes so much more sense. But I just thought a sitting area looked nice. This is the nursery. I think you could still, oh, maybe you can't use that dollhouse with that chair there, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I haven't uploaded it to the gallery yet, so none of this is set in stone. With a little toy box and toys. I love these building blocks. They're so handy because you can increase movement and thinking skill toddler wise, which is nice. Here's the bathroom. We got a shower with a tub, a toilet, a couple sinks, because you know, multiple sinks when you have this many Sims living in a house is kind of nice. And then we got, oh, I think I didn't show the living room. Or maybe I did. We got a nice little TV. Nice little succulents on the wall. Outside, we got some chairs. Nothing too special. A grill, some planters. Just like handy dandy things to have. A toddler slide and a pool that the toddler can get in. So yeah, this is the house. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, considering it's my first one of this series. Yeah, so let me know what you guys thought of it, and let me know what you guys want me to build next. Thank you so much for watching, and stay groovy! So I realized that I didn't know how to upload things to the gallery, so I looked up a tutorial really quick and did that, so it's on the gallery right